When these guys first came out, I was super skeptical. Originally, I did testing with these three after the rework: Night Nurse, Elektra, Daredevil. There were some reports Night Nurse was now awesome. I was indifferent, didn't really care too much. Then White Tiger came out, did more testing, still was relatively unimpressed. Most of my testing was in RTA. That's the only resource-free spot in the game where you can figure mechanics out, see how stuff works against all different kinds of defenses. Yeah, then Moon Knight came out. Still was unimpressed. Moon Knight came out and I was still doing tons of testing. It would seem out of 100 matches per RTA match, I would probably win maybe 10% of them. It was uncommon to win. Then I started getting some T4s on them. I'll show you what I've got so far. We've got 2 on White Tiger. I've got her special and her passive done. The complexion of them seem to change a lot. I have not seen Night Nurse's passive real high up on some priority lists, but that's probably where I would disagree with some people. I do think it's essential. On turn, 25% chance to heal the most injured ally. Character, any Shadowland ally drops below 50% max health. Apply defense up to that character, plus fill this character's speed bar by 30%. Yeah, not even talking about war. That completely changed the sustainability of this team. And as I started adding these T4s in, Elektra doesn't have any right now. Daredevil has his passive. And then Moon Knight has his passive. I'm probably going to do Moon Knight's ultimate next. But every time these guys got a T4, the level to which they ramped up and got more powerful seemed to be noticeable. They got better and better, it seemed, every time they got a T4, like noticeably. It wasn't like a slight, until finally I started to pull off quite a few punch-ups. There is here's a video here in I have of a team I think you kind of dread seeing in RTA, and kind of ran right through them. Astonishing X-Men, who I think in RTA are very OP. As soon as you see them load up, it's almost similar to the feeling you get when you see a Baron Zemo team. These guys don't even have a problem with Baron Zemo teams. I'm going to show you some screenshots here, just so we can shortcut through. You don't have to watch the video footage of all of these punch-ups and different testing I did on some of these teams, just so you can come to your own conclusions. Obviously, you can see they work pretty well against Astonishing in this example here. But here are some of the examples I have. Here we got a pretty massive punch-up here against several meta characters. It's pretty much, it's Black Order with Doc Ock swapped in for Ebony Maw. And that's a pretty substantial punch-up. This is just to show you things that they're capable of, the type of teams they're able to beat with only, I believe I have 5 T4s. That's it. Now they are T4 heavy, and by T4 heavy I mean that there's a ton of T4s that you can put on these guys, and it just seems like they ramp up more and more and get better and better. Here's another punch up against a Baron Zemo team with Ultron, Thanos, Ghost, and Shuri. I think that's a pretty substantial accomplishment. Here we've got symbiotes minus, we have Red Skull minus symbiote Spider-Man. Take that for what you will. Here's another one. Pretty massive punch up. We've got Emma Frost, Invisible Woman, Thanos Cull. Again, I'm not sure why I took that one. Another symbiote matchup. Symbiote Spider-Man is not on this team, as you can see. Small punch up there. I was actually kind of proud, even though this is a small punch down. Phoenix seems to give these guys a bad time, especially if you can find a way to make Phoenix spawn early. When Dark Phoenix comes out, it seems to really throw off their control of what's going on. Big tanks in Phoenix. Same weakness the Dad Bros have, in my opinion, is the same weakness these guys have. They're all relatively squishy players, so if you can get defense down on them and start hitting them with big AoEs, they can fall apart. So Phoenix is definitely part of a counter for them, I believe. Another decent punch up. Another substantial punch up with Phoenix on the team. Right after I tell you that she's a counter. Another substantial punch up here. Long shots on this team. Another 100k punch up. And another one with two beefy Dad Bros. You got a 140k and 140k long shot, 165 fully red star, 7 red star shatter star, 6 red star swarm, and looks like I walked right through them. So yeah, pretty substantial things you can do. I do believe that they currently, take a look at my defenses here in war. I do believe that they can punch up on every single one of these teams, probably around 50k, and some of them up to 100k or even more, depending on how many T4s you have in them. So currently, in today's defensive war meta, I think that they are an answer to pretty much everything. Just Black Order and War. I think we'd have to see some of that testing. We have people in my alliance, Reminex, Muffin Top, some other guys that are testing these guys to see what they can counter. And so far, it seems like 50 to 100k punch-ups are pretty common. I just wanted to use to see what they're capable of doing, even with a small T4 investment of 5. I think that once I get up to around 8 T4s in them, that they will ramp up even more noticeably, and pretty much everything's on the table to be able to take out. That'll probably put them closer to about a 500k team, so nothing real crazy. So they're not like 600-700 or anything like that, but I do believe that 100k punch-ups at that point are entirely on the table. So at first, my perspective of them was I was on the fence. In fact, I'd say I kind of thought they sucked, but that's changed. I've been doing a lot of testing with them in RTA. They're a lot of fun. I've had some success in war so far. I can confirm they work really well on mercs. I've seen footage of them destroying Marauders. So I believe currently that they are potentially a counter to absolutely anything in war. So take that for what you will. And yeah, let me know what kind of results you end up finding out. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.